That is crazy.
All right, guys, we're back in the shop, my dad's shop. You saw a little bit of it in the previous video. We wanted to start off this video by thanking everybody who's liked, shared, especially shared. That gets our video out to everyone, and a lot of more people can see it that way. And the comments. There were so many comments, so many heartfelt comments. It was a blast reading all of them. We've read every single one that has been posted.
We're in no way, form, professionals in any way. You can see in this video. We're just a family, close family. As you can tell, love each other and want to do for each other, and it's exciting to us to think that this thing. We was just wanting to record my dad, Blake's grandpa's reaction to seeing that truck again and running condition and all that. We had no idea that, you know, it's going to put it on there and it's blowing up to well over 100,000 views. That was not really the intention, but I think the coolest thing is with all your comments, we see some really good people that we, through this video, actually touch people, and people can now reminisce about their family, their dads or grandpas, and the old iron that they loved as well. And it's really cool. As Blake said in the original video, this truck's not just a truck. That truck has been a family member. I'm 46 years old and I've known that truck all my life. It's always, Cannonball has been a family member. So it was almost like resurrecting a family member, you know. So it's very cool. So we're very grateful for everybody and all the kind words.
When I was young, I had a hog, and my mom had $50. That's all she had. But anyway, it come about when we end up with that kind of money in the hog. There's a lot of stories behind that truck, old Cannonball. When the first owner had it, he had it back there in the back of his field, and down below the field was a pond. And one day he went back there to go feed his cows, and he noticed the pickup was gone. He thought somebody had stolen it. He was looking all around, didn't know what to do, whether to call the law or whatever, and he just happened to look and down toward that pond. Well, he'd left it in neutral, and the old truck, it went flying back there and back, and he ended up looking, and he seen just about that much of Cannonball's top of the pickup. That's how we end up through this old man that was a logger come up one day, and we got talking, and he seen my hog, and that's how it started. He wanted that hog and $50, so we did it, and was glad to.
So Cannonball, a 1954 International Harvester pickup. You're probably wondering where the name Cannonball come from, so Pap, I'll take it away.
Well, when I bought the truck, it was a strong old truck, and I run that thing through brush and climbed hills that I don't think four-wheel drives would get up. And me and a friend one time was fishing, and we had the Cannonball sitting down there on the gravel bar. We went down the river a couple of miles, and we didn't know it. As we was going down the river, we started noticing tree limbs and stuff going past us, and my friend said, "Oh shoot, that river's getting high. We better get down to Cannonball." Well, the time we got down to Cannonball, we didn't have to load the boat, you know, as far as picking it up and carrying it to the pickup. We just floated straight up to it, and water had got so high, it was getting ready to come into the floorboards, and I thought, we're gonna lose this truck. And I told my friend to hang on. We was on a high, we was down low, and there's a high bank there, and we took off down through there in that water, and we got up the hill, but it wasn't easy, but we made it.
So of course, one funny thing, one of the funny comments that I kind of enjoyed was the reference of Blake being Fabio. So I thought that was funny myself, and then but I'm sure that I probably got a reference too that probably some people will comment like Brad Pitt. I don't know if Brad Pitt's over there. George Clooney.
I don't think it's Brad Pitt up there.
George Clooney.
There's been a lot of comments and questions about the motor, so we're going to get into that. We're going to show you what the motor is. We're going to let it run and show you how that is. So let's get right to
that. She's pretty rusty and crusty, but hopefully we can kind of clean that up. But some things that you didn't see in the last video: a new water pump was put on it, new Holley carburetor, which I believe they had to get from a tractor store, if I remember right, because I don't think they had that just in a regular store. Plugs, plug wires. We had disc brake conversion kit put on it. So this is the disc brakes, rewired, all hoses, battery. The engine, as best we know, is a 220 silver diamond. Now it's supposed to have markings back here, but as you can not see, there's grease and grime all over it. We'd have to try to clean it off to see, but just looking up the information, it looks like it's a silver diamond for the 54. Some of you people may be able to correct us on that, but we're no professionals. So that's pretty much the engine bay.
So that's the engine. That's what it looks like running. So hopefully that can answer some questions and comments.
So this is the bumper that Blake talked about in the first video. As you can tell, it's not factory. Papel actually is the one that put this on, and he can tell you more about how that come about.
I never had money at the time to buy a bumper, so I went down. I knew where this old place was at the sawmill, and I knew it had some angle iron and relief springs and an old pipe. So I got under there, done a lot of welding, cut into this pipe and shoved the hitch through. It made a good bumper. It may not be that pretty, but it worked. But it's just been a good old truck that we're all proud of, and it's gonna stay in our family rest of our lives.
As you can see, we got some freshly new tires on it. The wheels were actually sandblasted. They didn't look this nice. These are the factory wheels.
So now to the interiors, not much to look at. Luckily, these old trucks are just all metal. So our plan is to clean this up, repaint it black, probably paint the steering wheel too, because it gives you a beautiful black marking on your hands. The seat, as you can see, the seat is pretty rough. We got this foam over here, but the seat's shot. This seat, if you look at it, this actually was my grandma's, Blake's great-grandma's, my dad's mom redone this seat. She sewed this stitch by stitch. So she was the one that, of course, Blake was talking about that give the $50. But our plans is to clean this up, repaint it. Oh yeah, and then maybe put some type of headliner. Right now it's sporting, I think it's carpet from 1970 something, it looks like. Maybe out of a sunroom or a trailer house. I'm not entirely sure. But it looks really bad, and I don't know, I can almost taste it, honestly. But that's the interior so far.
I want to show the sound of a good horn. Hang on. What do you think about that?
We had a little bit of a fail, so everybody knows the auga horns. That's not quite it.
So the plan is we'll probably get another one. We think the Ooga horn would be pretty cool on this old truck. We'll probably go to something like O'Reilly's. This was bought on the internet, so you never know what you're going to get there.
Yeah, how Blakey ended up with Cannonball. There's story to that too. I had him out. He's about 3 years old, I think, somewhere around there. But anyway, I was carrying him. We was walking all around the yard looking at stuff, and we walked up by Cannonball, and I said, "You like my truck?" He looked at me, he said, "That's my truck." So, needless to say, how do you say no? So I said, "Yes, it's your truck." So 17 years later, here he comes tootling down the road, no Cannonball. I've been sick off and on for 3 years, but that made me feel better than, I don't know, it's been so long. It really made me feel good.
Some couple of years ago, whatever, we had the truck hauled here to my place from his place. He's cleaning up around and stuff, so he's like, just go ahead and take that truck up there. He had honestly no intention of doing anything with it, no money to do it. We're a typical just American family where we're not rich or anything like that, so we do what we can do. But we brought it home, and what's hilarious about it is, and he said in the video, I didn't know it was missing. Well, here at my house, our church is right across the street. So he'd park over here, and he'd have to walk by Cannonball every day to church. It's just across the street. So we took that truck and had it hauled to the mechanic shop for months. He walked right by where Cannonball sat, never even noticed it. We had to tell our mom to make sure that, my mom, to make sure that she didn't mention anything to him. And then he talked about his health. It got scary there for a little bit. He was not doing real well, and I was calling the mechanic almost every week or two, it seemed like, to see where it was at, because there was a fear in me that he wouldn't be able to even drive the truck. So it was pretty awesome the way it's worked out. He's gotten much better. God has blessed him, and big time, and he's up and walking around. And the other day I had a hard time keeping up, I think. So something really cool for me that I experienced is the fact that I actually got to drive that truck. That video you watched was the first time I have ever sat behind the wheel of that pickup as far as driving it. I know as a kid I probably was all in it. But actually drive that truck, that was something that was amazing to me. Yes, I had springs poking my butt. It wasn't the most comfortable, but I was the happiest I could ever be shifting those gears and gassing that thing down the road. It was truly amazing. And first time Blake's sat in that truck and got to ride in it, so that it was quite the experience, to sit in an old 54 International pickup. It was fun.
Papa, I told you I ordered some things, so they've come in. First off, to start, we got this license plate here.
Well,
It's International Harvester. This is from International Harvester's website. So there's that you can take a look at. With that, we got a little keychain for the key, because the key currently doesn't have a keychain. So this is what that little keychain looks like. I thought it was a pretty neat little keychain. And I figured since now you're an operator, you can wear this guy.
me?
Yeah.
Hey.
Now that you're an operator, I think it'd fit that you have that.
Thank you, thank you.
That also came from International, just like mine.
It's the way I like wearing it.
There we go.
Hopefully we got to most of the comments and questions, and hopefully answered all those for you guys. And Papa's got something to say.
Yeah, I just want to tell you that we should all visit our families as much as possible, because I think, and I may be wrong, but I think the world will be here many, many years to come, but family won't. So we all need to remember that.
Like I said, hopefully we've answered all the questions and comments. We've read every single comment. I know I have. I know my grandpa has. I read a lot of the comments with him. My dad's read all of them. But again, we want to thank you guys for commenting. Leave more stories. If you got something you think you want to say, trust me, we love reading those. And we appreciate everyone that's liked the video and everyone that's subscribed for more. Stay tuned, guys. We're going to have videos coming soon, such as putting a nice shine on this guy. So we'll catch you guys in the next video.